no secret. There's no secret that both men have an immense amount of ill will towards Johnny Z, but now
they've got an immense amount of ill will towards each other as Double D awaits the arrival of his opponent tonight, the man who just 2 weeks ago captured the IZW Tag Team Championship with under the most unexpected of circumstances.
My man.
Jermaine Johnson!
Quite possibly the most popular superstar here in IZW. He makes his way down the ramp.
And you're right when you said I know him better than anybody. I know we trained together, we went to the gym together. I know that man. I know how he works, I know how he thinks. You saw what wrestling should be as a tag team. We knew exactly what was going on in each other's heads at all times. And I know, I've spoken with him. I know how fired up he is about this whole situation. At Halloween Hangover, he did not get the result that he wanted. You like this part? Okay.
Favorite part right here. There it is. The hype section in full effect.
I know what's going through his head. He did not get to leave Halloween Hangover as IZW champion for his third reign like he wanted to. So now it's an even more difficult situation for him because he not only has to defeat Johnny Z. I mean, he can actually pin either man to become the IZW champion. But that's gonna be a hell of a main event at Chaotic Christmas with those three men.
Well, it's gonna be a hell of a main event tonight between these two. As you can feel the blood boiling between them. There's the bell that signals the beginning of this match, and both men eyes locked firmly against each other.
I've seen these two men put on some classic matches against each other. They've been doing it for years.
You know, the very first time I had the opportunity to come and broadcast here at the Impact Arena, these two men, as well as the Bronze Bull, were competing for the IZW title. It was when Double D won his very first IZW championship. That young man proved so many people wrong who said you're too small, you're not the type of individual.
Now, look at this.
And look at them just laying into each other.
Oh, wow.
Taking Jermaine Johnson
I
down.
was just about to say, I know how strong Jermaine Johnson is as well. And for him to stand toe-to-toe trading punches with him is no laughing matter. That says something serious about Double D. And then able to take him off of his feet.
Well, these two men aren't putting on a scientific clinic. They are putting on a backlot brawl. As Jermaine laying down with those clotheslines. And now, D with the single leg. Drop toe hold.
Oh, went for a diving.
Drop kick.
Same with Jermaine. Oh, and then standoff.
They know each other. And now
Right back to it. This is incredible.
Against each other. I don't know how much longer this match can keep going because Double D.
Oh, and they both are on the outside now.
D clotheslining Jermaine outside the ring.
This has been very interesting.
And that may actually been the best thing that Double D could have done for both of them because it gives them an opportunity to stop, to take some breaths, to recoup, and to rethink their strategy. But I don't think the strategy has really changed. Double D has Jermaine Johnson up against that post. He just continues to dish out the forearms, breaks the count, and referee George Knight.
And he's got Jermaine. It looks like he's measuring him. Jermaine against that steel post.
Oh! Double D picked up and head first into that corner post.
Wow, just launched him overhead.
Double D has not been thinking straight since he returned to IZW. Well, I'll tell you right now, after impacting his head on that corner post, he certainly isn't thinking straight right now. And Jermaine Johnson slamming Double D's head right into the ring announce table. Get out of the way, Jesse.
Now slamming him head first into the apron of the ring. And what many fans may not know, that is the hardest part of the ring by far. By far.
Just clobbering on the back of Jermaine Johnson, laying those large forearms across.
He stops himself.
Oh! Driving Jermaine's face right into those steel ring steps. You saw how dangerous those steps were in our first match with Bobby Starr and the returning Damian Ortiz.
And I can't tell you, you know, I've had so many battles with Double D. Whether it was in the Impact Player of the Year tournament, whether it was over the Impact Division Championship years ago, and I still have not figured out what I think about Double D. I know how Jermaine Johnson feels about him now, but I'm not locked in that main event at Chaotic Christmas. I am not sure what I think about this new attitude.
Well, as I said, Double D very much a changed individual.
Oh!
Jermaine powerbombs D on the ring apron.
Like I said.
Double D used to be one of the most friendly people when I arrived here. He was one of the first ones. He was one of the first ones in the arena. Always working out, always perfecting his skills, but absolutely friendly, up, willing to talk about anything. Now when I come here, he's off in the corner. He doesn't want to look at anybody. He's inside his own mind. He's fighting Johnny C and he is fighting Jermaine Johnson with that mind of his.
He has really internalized that hatred. I mean, it emanates from it. You can see how angry, how upset, how pissed off he really is.
Well, I'll say the first pinfall attempt of the match.
You can see it. He's grown out the beard. He's changed his ring gear. Now he's coming to the match and just in jeans. So much has changed about Double D. But in the same way, Jermaine Johnson, the only way that he's changed recently has been getting better. He's been getting better with that devastating dropkick.
Double D did bring up a very valid point up until the point where Jermaine Johnson left back in March. He was completely defeated. He hadn't won a single match this year in IZW. He goes away for 3 months, comes back refreshed, renewed, and steps up to Johnny C like a man. He says, I don't want to be part of Impact anymore. I don't want anything to do with you. I just want you to let you know face to face. This is how it's going to be now. And it was at that point you were right there when that beating was delivered to Jermaine Johnson. And I know that had an effect on you.
It had a huge effect on me and the decisions that I made in my progression of my career. That led up to me leaving Impact Inc. And it's one of the best decisions that I have ever made. And as much as I'd like to be an active competitor right now, best believe Jermaine Johnson think alike in our thoughts on Impact Inc. We spent plenty of time in Impact Inc. We were wrestling extremely with tag team champions while we were with Impact Inc.
Nice move there by Double D as he goes up with signature single leg springboard drop kick. Rolls over, hooks that leg.
Oh no. And Jermaine kicks out.
And again, you can look on D's face, you can see the frustration level. He's not for sure that he had put away Jermaine Johnson because that's what he wanted to do. He really doesn't. I think he really wants to prove the point with Jermaine so he can move on and focus 100% on getting his hands on Johnny C on the silver plate.
And with a lot of people, when they have to take time off, and that's 5 months is a very, very long time. And to be able to come back, and you have to fight off ring rust. A lot of people, a lot of competitors have to fight off ring rust. But Double D has been on his game better than ever.
Came back in as fluid as ever. Just with this cleaning up. I think it's time for Jermaine to show his power and his strength.
Yeah! He's got him up.
D up, but D fighting it. D back down, small
Oh,
package.
wow, small package. He kicks out.
Jermaine able to get out of that move, out of that pin attempt. D ducks the clothesline. Jermaine forces him over, rolls him up on two.
Went for the O'Connor there after the small package from Double D. And now a Maestro cradle.
And again, not enough. Notice the focus on D
So
trying to
Jermaine-
put those pin attempts in there.
So Jermaine breaks the pattern there and goes for a high drop kick to the face.
And Jermaine quickly following up with a pin as well.
But now, not only do they want to prove that they're better than Johnny Z, this has become a battle between the two of who's better. They want to prove, Double D wants to prove that he's better than Jermaine Johnson. Jermaine Johnson wants to prove that he's better than Double D. And you can't get to a much more heated issue between two men, let alone two professional wrestlers.
That is exactly what Johnny Z wants to see. He wants these two men to beat each other up. He wants them to wear each other down so that he doesn't have to do as much work against either one of them in order to hopefully, on his part, walk in and walk out as IZW champion on Chaotic Christmas.
And earlier in the evening, I mentioned that Johnny Z was going to be watching this match. And he's going to be, I know he's back there with bated breath right now. Johnny Z, like you said, he's got to be enjoying every moment.
Lawson with the spin wheel. Knee out through, and there's the high knees. One high knee.
Oh, and here come those chops.
And now, back and forth between the knee and the chop.
Got him for that bulldog knee. And he lands it.
First, right across the bridge of the nose.
And that will really shake you up. Coming down full force onto his knee, that will do things to your head. He's waiting for Jermaine Johnson. Goes there.
Swing and miss by D.
Oh, he's going for the energy shot.
Yeah. Knee out of it.
Double
Both men down
clothesline.
in the middle of the ring.
Both men are down, exhausted after this very, very back and forth battle.
The first man to get to his feet at this point is going to have a massive advantage in possibly getting that all-important win in this huge main event tonight on IZW Adrenaline.
Oh, and here comes Impact
Here
Inc.
comes Impact Inc.
Oh, here we go. We just have to ruin things. The third week in a row. The third week in a row. This is really starting to piss me off, man. Every single week this has been happening. They just ruined a great main event, and now for the third week, they're trying to beat both these men down.
This is the type of tactic that we know Impact enjoys. They love the fact that they have the numbers are against anybody. They have demonstrated that right now.
And Burnham, this drives me up the wall, not being able to do anything about this, not being medically cleared.
I know you want to go down there. I know you want to help your friend, but you got to think of your own safety first. Right now, Impact Inc. just dishing out the beatings to both of these competitors. And Johnny Z swinging the face at Jermaine Johnson. Big business Damon Windsor is picking up Double D.
It's gotten completely out of hand.
You're right. You're absolutely right. There's got to be something done about this.
And you would think that Johnny Z would be content to just watch as both men.
Oh! Johnny Z up and down with the J effect.
And he's dropped him, mounting some offense now, trying to fight back.
Windsor now though.
Windsor's going for the choke slam.
Oh!
Drops him.
Johnson drops Windsor.
Oh, and Double D with the defacer. And they've finally been able to turn the tables. This has been going on week after
And now
week.
they've got what they want. Johnny Z alone in the ring with both Jermaine Johnson and Double D.
Oh, look at the look on his face.
Oh yeah,
He's got nowhere to go.
He knows he's got his back to the wall right here.
He is definitely stuck between a rock and a hard place now as Double D and Jermaine Johnson surround him, not letting him leave.
Yeah, these two men who just moments ago were tearing into each other are now functioning as one and trapping the natural born leader between them.
Jermaine Johnson.
There is no escape. They've got Johnny Z cornered.
Oh.
He's duck underneath. They got a hold of him. And there he goes.
And there they are. They're returning the favor.
Onto the champion.
Albeit briefly, they were able to turn the tables and get them some of Johnny Z.
It was ever so sweet and ever so brief. But both Double D and Jermaine Johnson
was absolutely
Forces of Impact didn't get full recall.
petrified for a while, and they've got the
They've
championship.
got the title belt now between them. But only one of them can possibly walk away as champion.
Both telling each other that they're the
Gentlemen,
next
this match
champion.
was thrown out. No winner.
No winner, says Jesse. Referee Forsythe having to throw the match out. Impact